Alright, Mr. O back and going to review rotation and multiple transformations today. So when we talk about rotation, we're just turning the object, and we got to remember two directions: clockwise going with the clock and counterclockwise going against the clock. So in this 90 degrees clockwise rotation, I know that I can take my object and I can rotate it 90 degrees just like that, and then I can figure out what those points are. So x prime will end up being 0, -2. G prime is going to be 0, -4. Q prime will be -2, -2. And finally, U prime will be -4, -3. So once I've got that accomplished, I can rotate my figure back and now plot each one of those points. So x prime 0, -2, G prime 0, -4, Q prime -2, -2, and that's Q prime, and then U prime -4, -3. Tracing my figure, and there we have our rotated figure 90 degrees clockwise. Now remember, if you're going 180, you've got to go 2 90-degree rotations, or like number 20 here, 270, that would be 3 90-degree rotations. Okay, so real quick, I do want to make sure that we're aware of something. If we look at 21 and 22 here, it just has that R. Now on 180, it doesn't matter. But on 270, it matters, and you're going to sit here and think, wait, Mr. O, there's no direction. I don't know if I'm going clockwise, counterclockwise. Well, realistically, in math, we have a weird quirk, and it relates to the quadrants and how they're numbered. And the quadrants, if you pay attention to 1, 2, 3, and then of course 4 in Roman numerals, we see that they're numbered in a counterclockwise fashion. And that relates to our rotation. In mathematics, we have the default direction of, if you don't know a direction, you go counterclockwise. So in this case, this would go 3 90-degree rotations counterclockwise and end up in quadrant 1. Now I'm not going to do it for you, but I just wanted to make sure you realize, if you just see a lowercase r, rotate, and an automatic default direction is counterclockwise. Alright, and then on 23, let's talk about these. So we're going to try to figure out, how can we get ABC to map onto DEF? And just paying attention to the orientation, this looks like a rotation. So if we rotate ABC 90 degrees, we see that these will be the locations of those points. So if I undo that rotation now, we see that rotating it 90 degrees would render A prime, B prime, and C prime located right here. And then we've got to figure out, how can we get over to the new figure. So if I start here at C prime, how can we get from C prime over to F? And that is going to be 3 left and 2 down. So our two transformations were, we're going to rotate it 90, whoops, rotate, 90 degrees clockwise, and then we're going to translate it -3, -2, because we went 3 left and 2 down. And that's what you're asked to do on each one of them. Just figure out how do we get that orientation correct, and then slide it into place. So for example, on 24, I see that C and F are both pointed the same direction, but B on the top, E on the bottom, it tells me there's going to be a reflection in there somewhere, and then I'll have to slide the figure into place from there. So just keep that in mind as you do these problems. The first one you want to figure out, do I need to rotate, do I need to reflect, and then slide it into place. So good luck, guys, and hope you're ready for the test.